Welcome to Hot Sauce Works and the first of our interviews of local comedians, celebrities, podcasters, where we're going to talk about hot sauce and we're going to talk about what they're doing here in the area. Today we're speaking with Anthony Rogers.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me. A great store and stuff. It's like interesting concept and stuff. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We wanted to welcome you as our first local comedian to Hot Sauce Works, and
awesome.
You asked to be the first.
No, I did because I love hot sauce.
I did a little bit of background research, and says that you said that you're about 35 years old. Tell us about what you've been doing for the past 10 to 15 years. Your adult life. What goes on in the life of Anthony Rogers?
I've been going to college old. Like I started going to college in my 30s, and then I basically just working on movies and got back into comedy after this whatever the pandemic thing was, and then kind of just getting back into shows and stuff now. But I don't know, I've just been trying to work in entertainment since I was a kid, and then finally figured it out about 28. It took forever to get kind of there. It took about 10 years.
You mentioned movies. What are you doing with movies?
I'm in Rampage Present Down on Netflix. I'm in Psycho Ape on Amazon, and then I'm in negotiation for a bunch of other movies coming out soon. Or recording soon at least. I don't know when they come out. But.
A lot of guys that start out in movies, they play a particular type of role. Is there something that you fall into, or are you doing characters across the spectrum?
The first 3 things I did were I played a cop and everything. Yeah,
really?
I don't look like it now, but I played an FBI agent in Rampage, and I played a cop that was a spoof of a cop in Psycho Ape, basically. I had a beard and stuff in that one. And then I was on Chicago PD for an episode, so it's almost all these weird. The first 3 projects were all cop stuff for some reason.
And you've been doing your podcast for a while. How long you been doing that? You said
about 5 years, 6 years, but successfully about a year or two. I'd say it's been successful the last 2 years, but not before that probably.
I've watched a couple of them, and you always have guests on. You had Martson is the one I watched.
Which one was that?
Was it? He was a Disney actor as a kid.
Oh, the recent one that just came out. Today's episode. I forgot. James Marsden, yeah.
Jason.
No, it is Jason. Jason Marsden, you're right. Okay.
I watched that. I watched most of that today. And
he was on Boy Meets World and stuff, and a bunch when I was a kid. That's how I recognized that guy. He was on all those shows, Growing Pains and stuff, those 90s shows.
So do you have a favorite interviewee? Somebody you really enjoyed interviewing?
Tommy Chung, Carol Baskin probably were the craziest ones.
All right.
And I put them in my intro. I thought they were just crazy to get those people. So at the time,
I heard the bits or the sound bites
in the big intro. Yeah. No, it was Carol Baskin was one of the most famous people on the planet when I interviewed her. It was crazy vibe. You know, it was just a crazy feeling for that. It was weird. And
out of all the different kinds of poop, Bat's the craziest.
Well, she was that show was huge though. During that time, when I interviewed her, that was the only show people were talking about. During the pandemic, it seemed like it was the only one they came out during the pandemic. It seemed like, so everybody was talking about that, and that was huge. Even whatever, it's still a kind of a Jerry Springer kind of thing, but it was still I was crazy big.
My wife and I watched that for a while.
I think everyone did. Everyone on the planet did that during that time.
It was like the train wreck that you couldn't stop watching.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So Tom, what was special about Tommy Chung?
Tommy Chung was I didn't have him talk about weed. Everybody else just asking about weed all the time. Right. They're oh, what do you think about weed? It's the only question.
Think about
yeah, it's the only question they ask him. But he was talking about his childhood and his family and stuff like that. I think that was a really kind of rare interview to get that out of him. Another one that was good was Westboro Baptist Church. I interviewed them, but I didn't yell at him like everybody else does. Everybody else just yells at him. It's obviously they say crazy stuff. I'm let's get to and I just interviewed him and was objective rather than just and I listened to him rather than just yelled at him and trying to interject
and
my
just let the crazy come out on its own.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. yeah. That was a good one too, I think.
So, is there a type of interviewee that you like to work with the most? Is there something? Is there a format, or is there a type of person that you just find the easiest to work with?
If they have a good story, really is all I care about. If they have a good story, or it's probably the best. I've interviewed so many different kinds of people probably at this point. I feel mostly in entertainment, I guess, because that's the people that want to do podcasts, But
Tommy Chung I've caught part of his story. It is very interesting. He started out his dad owned some sort of club up in Canada, and he was
I think so. He was in the club scene before he was in movies. I think Tommy was as well. I think.
And So you are also, I've been following a little bit. You're a brand ambassador for a few things. Is there one that you'd like to talk about the most?
I mean, the one that's biggest around here is probably Lion's Choice. That one's huge for here, probably.
I love Lawrence.
Me too.
Choice.
Yeah, I don't know how I closed that. I'm just like, I was just lucky. Dude, they like send me like gift cards and the payment to like promote it on Instagram, and I'm like, I love Lion's Choice. That's crazy.
I don't know how. An Arby's exists within 5 miles.
Yeah, when you
of Lion's Choice.
Well, Lion's Choice is more expensive, so that's probably why Arby's exists. Because you get that 5 for $5 deal at Arby's, but like it's not nearly as good. No way. Yeah.
What's your favorite What's your favorite sandwich at Lion's Choice?
Oh, I just get the roast beef with that fake cheddar, and then I put like that red sauce they have, I think, or something.
Okay.
No. That's a horseradish I put on that one. Sorry.
There's horsey sauce.
Yeah, that one.
Is that Lion's Choice or is that
That's
the other
Arby's.
one?
I think it's Arby's.
That's the other one. Sorry, guys. So you get just the regular roast. That's usually what I get.
That's my favorite. But they're letting me try all this different stuff. Like then like August or later this month, I'm like trying like they're like meatball something they're doing or something. Which I mean that's just interesting. It's just like it's weird that they care about my opinion, but it's just like interesting. It's great though, you know. But it's like weird.
You're reaching a lot of people, and you're going to talk about it. So how cool is that for them?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
and you get the benefit of.
I grew up eating that. Like I remember, like in my 20s, not being able to afford how expensive it was. It was expensive for like those sandwiches. They were like $7 to $8, and then, like in the 2000s. Like, but no, they're great though. I think it's the best quality of like fast food probably.
So you've also been doing stand-up comedy for a while. How long you been doing that?
Since like 2014.
And I wanted to ask you, who have you enjoyed working with the most, like going on stage, and where's your favorite place to perform?
Before all this like crazy stuff, I'd say like California, like just beach towns during summer, because like that was just like a paid vacation pretty much. You know what I mean? It's like you just like you go to like Florida, California, all that stuff like that. Like I don't know how the world is now. I haven't been to California in a while. I don't know if I want to, but I think like before all this stuff, it was cool. And then like now I'm touring Missouri mostly because I like living here, and like I figured if I run for governor later or something like that, it'd be good like shooing kind of meet the whole town through comedy, and then like come back and like just kind of a promotional idea my wife came up with kind of too. She's like, you're not gonna like, she just knows me and knows I'm not gonna do well in like how California's current like state is, of just like not having like rights and stuff, you know, like anymore. So yeah, it's like
California is not that. That's we're Midwesterners.
Yeah. I'm not homeless enough for California. Like I look like it, but I'm not as homeless as I look.
I've got relatives out there. I have my younger brother was there. He left, moved to Florida for his job, and my older brother still lives there. But we all grew up here, in part in St. Louis.
Yeah, I love out here.
Military took my younger brother and I to California, and then my older brother went for other reasons and settled in and stayed.
Nice. You're from St. Louis then?
I'm originally from right in between the Hill and Maplewood.
Okay.
I think they're calling that area Clifton Park now.
I know where it's at. Okay.
It wasn't called that back then. It was just in between the Hill and Maplewood.
I lived in Shaw for like 6 years, so I was like right there.
And let's see, I saw you were working on an RV conversion. You're taking what looks like a school bus and converting it into an RV. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we bought a school bus last year, and it's basically almost done into like a treehouse private jet look inside. Like, I mean, we have everything. We have like a washer dryer in one unit. We have like a nice sink, all the stuff, a giant king size bed and stuff. I mean, it's basically a tour bus for when we get this going and stuff. Like, so I think I'll pick up more shows, and I got to go to. I got to record a movie in June or something like that. So I'm just gonna I didn't want to get hotel rooms and all that stuff, and it's like I don't know. It just seems easier to live in like a bus in this current environment than it is with no bills. It's just like okay, I'd rather I've been paying for Airbnbs for like a year after I got married in August, so we've been paying for Airbnbs, which are fun and like nice and stuff. Yeah. But it's like I just want to not pay bills for a while and just have, but not be like ridiculous.
You're talking about turning it into a living situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll do shows like that. Just park it outside the plate. Like right. If I was here, I just have my living room outside. You know,
make sure your black water and your gray water's empty when you pull up. And
well, we have a compost toilet to eradicate the black waste carrying around that. And
all right. So you just have to have gray water.
Gray water still, yeah.
Okay.
And then fresh water and stuff, yeah.
So, I know I haven't done an RV project, but I've put things together. And I don't know how many times I slip with a hammer or a screwdriver. Tell me about how bad you wreck your hands.
Not too bad. Like I had like blisters all over them and stuff, like black blisters from like just different stuff. But they're gone right now. As I haven't done this in 2 weeks. But yeah, no, like I mean, yeah, you do a lot of dumb stuff. Like so, and you have to redo a bunch of stuff. So I've never really built it. I'm like a computer guy, you know. I'm good at like computer stuff, like base stuff. And I'm like, this is like, it was just nice to step away from a screen and just kind of like work on stuff for once in my life.
You zap yourself with some low voltage, or
not yet. No, I didn't do the electric. My wife's grandfather did because I'm an idiot, you know.
So if you're willing, we got stupid hot pepper or chili pepper hats.
They're hats, yeah. I'll wear one. Yeah.
All right, you seem like a hat guy, and
let's put over my.
here we go. So we can wear chili pepper hats, and we're gonna taste some sauces. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go mildest to hottest. And I'm gonna set a little here. We'll set this down here in between us, and you just ditch your spoon right in there. So we'll each grab a.
And what kind is this?
This is our Surfin' Dead. This is a private labeled hot sauce. It's a little on the sweet side. It's a Caribbean cayenne. You had said earlier before we started that you liked Louisiana sauce. This is not a Louisiana sauce, but it's kind of in that family of flavor. On a scale of 1 to 10.
It tastes like an Asian sauce, kind of like.
Yeah, it's a little sweet.
Yeah.
It's great on things like pot stickers, or I did
salad would be good.
Salad shrimp. I did in place of shrimp cocktail sauce. This here, again, with the cayenne garlic. So this will be again more like a Louisiana sauce. Want to grab another spoon?
Oh yeah, I was reading that. Sorry.
It's all right. There we go.
Yeah, that one's good.
So
this
this is
sandwiches and stuff.
This is way more like a Louisiana sauce with a little more kick than that.
It's like a fancier Louisiana. There's like some other ingredients in there and it tastes good. Have you done like sandwiches or whatever?
This is a ghost pepper sauce. Now you said you find ghost to be really hot.
Yeah, it has a great taste though.
This is a milder ghost pepper sauce.
Yeah, for like tacos or something.
Yeah, I think you're gonna love this. This is on a scale of 1 to 10. This comes in at about a 6, and we love this one.
Yeah, that's a great taste. That's just a good taste.
The heat on this is, in my opinion, the heat on that is just perfect.
Yeah, it's not bad. It just tastes good.
So we're gonna go
pickled
up.
Or something.
You talked about a little bit about black garlic ghost.
Yeah, those are super hot but good. Like usually
on a scale of 1 to 10, this is about a 7. So it'll be a notch above that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be stupid hot. It's just going to be. It's going to be all flavor, and there will be a lot of umami in this.
Oh, okay. That's different than I thought. That's good.
Yeah. This is one of our best sellers. And we're going to stop with this one. This is a private labeled sauce called Painful Reminder, and this is a Reaper habanero. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is about a 9.
Okay.
But it is without a doubt the best 9 that I've ever sold. So it's going to be hot, but it's not going to set you on fire.
What about taste awesome?
It's incredibly flavorful.
That's super good, actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That'd be good on like tacos, burritos, stuff like that. Nachos. Steak. Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd kill on steak.
Steak tacos with some onions and cilantro.
That would kill on steak, yeah.
So, and which one of these do you like the best?
That's the best flavor, in my opinion.
Good.
That's a good second, in my opinion. But I'd use any of them on different things. I mean, like you said, like pot stickers in the first one. I mean, that'd be the best for stuff like that.
Yeah, pot stickers, Asian-y food.
Yeah.
This is really the Louisiana sauce.
It's like an everyday use one. Like you put on like eggs or whatever you want. Like.
But yeah, all these are just great products that.
I think so. Yeah.
That really, I think they meet a lot of needs. And then there's 300 and something other sauces on any given day.
That's crazy to think about how many sauces.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming out
and
talking to us about what it is you're doing, and talk to us a little bit about what you like for hot sauce, and spending a few minutes here with us. We really appreciate it. And,
well, thank you as well, yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you having me out.
All right.